1, 2, 3, 4.
Hi and welcome to day 2 of Vlogmas 2019. My name is Tracy and I am coming to you from Toronto. I am also known as the Comfy Red Couch, and I do have a podcast on YouTube if you haven't seen it before. So welcome to day 2 of Vlogmas, and today I just am not feeling 100%. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. I think I might have a bit of a low-grade fever. So I'm just going to do a really simple chatty blog. I do have a nice cup of tea to drink while I am chatting away with you, although it is quite hot. And I thought I would drink some T2 tea, and this is Melbourne breakfast tea, because even though it is late at night, I'm sure maybe in Melbourne it is breakfast and it would be fully appropriate to be drinking this tea. Now it smells so nice. It's got like a caramel type of flavor to it. And that tea bag was sent to me by the lovely Allie, who is from Australia. So I'm going to have a quick sip of tea, and then I'm going to tell you what I'm going to talk about today on day 2 of Vlogmas. Perfect. Today what I thought I would do is I have you perched on the knitting table, and I am on the covered over Comfy Red Couch, and I have emptied out one of the drawers of the knitting table of all of the project bags that are on that one side. So I thought today I would show you the projects that are on one side of the knitting table, and then another day when I'm maybe not feeling 100% or looking for something to talk about, I'll share the projects that are on the other side. So this is a mixture of works in progress and some other things. And I'm going to start off by sharing this bag here. And this is a Hue Loco bag. And inside this is a finished test knit. So it's currently listed as 95% on my Ravelry page, but it is actually 100% finished, blocked, photographed. I'm just waiting for release, and this is a super mystery, and this will be coming out, from what I understand, in February 2020. So while I cannot share the yarn and the project in here, this is one of the bags that takes up residence in the drawer. I'm going to put them away as I am chatting about them. The next project that I have is in my little Paris box bag. It's more like a rectangular bag, and this was a bird legs bag, that one of my first ones, and I have a very strong addiction to bird legs bags, and unfortunately Vicky doesn't make them anymore, although her niece does. So, and that's designs by Angie. So just pulling out all the corners, because in the drawer they get a little bit squished. So in this bag is just a pair of scrappy vanilla socks that I started working on. I've done a cuff and I've done a little bit more down, but I haven't got past there. I was thinking I was going to mix some colors in there and make them scrappy socks. And I believe this is a Nora George Yarns. I know it is that. I believe this is a Christmas colorway from Advent, not last year, the year before. No, I'm wrong. This is actually the, I think it's Where Winter Roses Grow. And that is a yarn that was in the So Sweet Violet Advent from 2 years ago. And that, again, as I said, is a Nora George yarn. So I started working on these a couple of years ago. I haven't fully committed, but it is in Who Wants to Rip Out a Nice Cuff of a Sock, especially if you know you're just going to do something scrappy with it. So I've got a good start. it is in this project bag and in the knitting drawer. The next project that is hanging out in the knitting drawer is an unstarted project, and this is a So Sweet Violet bag. This is I think it was a January winter bird bag that Jules created a couple of years ago. It's beautiful inside and pocket and everything. And I have my pattern all ready for my Christmas Eve cast on. So I have shown this fairly recently. So in here is Viola Ghost. So that is the Ghost colorway, and it's Viola sock. And I had recently pulled this out of a sock that I was working on a design for, but I just wasn't loving the fact that it had a purl one through the back loop. So I ripped it all out. And this is now going to be the Persephone Mittens, which is a design by Emily Foden, who is the dyer behind Viola Yarns. And she's got some wonderful patterns, especially in the Knits About Winter book. And I'm also going to do the mitten liners, and I am using La Bien-Aimée, and this is the silk mohair or mohair silk, and this is in the Curious Handmade colorway. So these are going to be my liners. These are going to be my Persephone mitts, and I think they are going to be absolutely gorgeous together. So this is going to be my Christmas Eve cast on. I've got a needle in there ready to go. I have the pattern, and it is waiting patiently for me in the knitting drawer for when I'm ready to cast on Christmas Eve. I have two more projects that I'm going to share with you, and these are both works in progress, full-on, proper ones that have been put to the side for a bit. And this is a recent project that never got finished. It is a test knit that I got to 20%, which helped, I think, along with the pattern, but it was a lot of knitting and a lot of cables. And this is my Gathering Driftwood wrap, and it is just wrong side. Lovely. It's got all these little cables, and I have the Pigwidgeon Progress Keeper here, and I think that's by Simply Serving. And it will grow, and when it's done, I think it's going to be absolutely glorious. Yesterday on the podcast, I shared the hat made of the same yarn. I did originally think that I might keep the hat. Maybe I still will. I was thinking I was going to gift the hat, but it is a bit big for me. Just a little bit. I could do slouchy. It is warm. I might keep it because I do love the purple pom-pom. Anyway, that is Static Cling. Something to think about. I can always knit another one for the person who was going to get that. I will figure it out. Anyway, this is Slate DK Nora George Yarns, and I'm hoping to do just a couple of repeats a day starting Christmas holidays. So then that way I'm making slow but sure progress on this, because of course I'm going to need a trusty cable needle. I just use a DPN for that, and a lot of concentration. So I've got lots of slate in here. I've got one more skein upstairs, and I think I still have, I'm looking in front of me, and I should steal this while I can. This is the ball of slate I used for the homebody mitts and the homebody hat. So pop that back in where it should be. And as you can see, this bag needs to go back upstairs and put away until probably next Christmas. Anyway, that is what is living in my bird leg bags Halloween bag. So that is second last project. And the final project that I'm going to share with you is living in another So Sweet Violet bag. And this is the Advent bag that Jules made special for me last year. And that's because I already had a bag made out of the material that she used for last year's bags. And I had seen her beautiful flamingo bags in the fall, and I asked if it was a possible was possible for her to make me one of these for Christmas rather than the bag that everyone else got. So she did, because Jules is wonderful. And to make it nice and Christmassy, she put some gorgeous stars on it. And this is actually last year's Christmas Eve cast on. So I've got this year's Christmas Eve cast on in another of Jules' bags, and last year's Christmas Eve cast on. And of all of my works in progress, I think this is the one I'm looking forward to getting back to the most. And this is my gorgeous sky map wrap. And it is a design also by Emily Foden. So I've got some themes going on. So Sweet Violet bags, Emily Foden patterns, and also Emily's yarn. But this is my sky map wrap, which I haven't shared with you in quite some time. I do wonder if I've used a 4mm. I do wonder whether I should have maybe used a 3.5 or a 3.75, because it is going to be very, very wide, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but oh my goodness, I wish you could feel how amazing this project feels. It's like air in yarn. And this is my sky map, which once I'm finished, I will do some embroidery on it. I'm thinking some shooting stars, definitely some constellations, and I am really, really looking forward to spending some time with this in the winter, once we are officially in winter. And oh yeah, this is my dream knitting. So that is living in my lovely flamingo bag. And those are the projects that are in the left drawer on the knitting table. And I can push the drawer back in when it's sticking up a little bit. There we go. Push the drawer back in so we can walk by. And another day I am going to share with you what is in drawer number 2. But for now, this has been Vlogmas Day 2. I am wishing you a wonderful day, evening, whatever time it is that you are watching this. Scout has come to say hello, at least to me. You want to come on up? No, she can't be bothered. Anyway, I am going to have a nice cup of tea, Melbourne breakfast. I am going to do some editing, and tonight I'm just not feeling 100%, so I'm going to relax and just do a little bit of knitting. I'm not feeling my normal self. So anyway, I am glad to have been able to share some of these projects, and thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me. I hope that you are enjoying all the Vlogmases. I know last night I caught up on a few, and I definitely am enjoying those. So I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Hopefully I'll feel a little bit better too, but I feel kind of queasy. Anyway, I will talk to you tomorrow, and happy day 2 of Vlogmas. Bye.